Hello from Semarang, where I am up in the hills of the city on the island of Java in Indonesia. If you've been following me, you'll know that I am traveling around the world, all the way back to UK without flying. Now, when I got here to the city last night, I popped into a pub and had a couple of beers and met up with a guy called John, who invited me out to a Hash Hound Harrier race, which I have heard of, but I'm not too sure what they are. But I've met up in his house, and you can just see the views up there of the city. And this is his backyard, and it is a beautiful place. So basically, a hash is a race walk around an area. It's been going since 1938. It was started not too far away from here in Kuala Lumpur in 1938, and from there it's gone around the world. So it's usually held on a Saturday here, but they do a hash on a Monday, and I thought, why not? Let's meet some of the locals. Let's meet some of the expats here, and have a good time. Obviously, I've only got so much kit with me, so I have bought a pair of trainers. John has kindly given me some water, some juice, some papaya, and just to get some energy going. Very excited. So we've just driven up the hills to a good point. We're near a reservoir, and I've just been told on the way up that the Hash is better known as a drinking club with a running problem. And there's a lot of monkeys here. I've been told not to get too close to them. There's a lot of monkeys. And in the background is some reservoir. Now the route we're taking is about 5-6k, so... Hello. What's your name? Oh, there was teeth there. There's little baby ones. Yeah, there is going to be about 6 kilometers. But I think all the monkeys are just looking for food. I don't want to get too close. I really want to get close, but don't want to get too close. And one thing I've learned is never look a monkey into the eye. So it's a 3 o'clock start. There's most of the hashers. They're mainly Indonesian. John's just over there. He's just gone, introduced me to a few of them. He speaks fluent Indonesian. They don't speak English, and they've just given me a samosa. Very nice. So we've started and we're on our way, and this is the trail that we're on. And basically all you got to do is follow the paper. So along the way there'll be little paper trails and you follow it. And at the moment it's beautiful around here. But at the moment all I'm doing is just following John, because he's done this so many times over the last 20 years. Oh. So how hot does it usually get when you're doing these?
Shortcut. Yeah, shortcut. Kamu juga bikin
Shortcut.
Ya, ke situ pasti.
Ketemu ke atas di sana.
Ya, saya turun nanti. I know him. He knows his way. It's already around.
So he's not going to get lost.
Like us. No, he's not lost. He's just cutting it.
Shortcut.
They're going over there.
All right.
Down. Ya, saya ke sini. Yeah, nanti kita ketemu di route. We'll meet up on the trail up over on the ridge over there.
Right, so the trail's that way, but we're doing your route.
Now, it could be their trail comes across here, but it could be they go way wide and all the way on the other side into the village. It's a boring route.
boring route.
So they have a lot of flat roads.
But you see, the route changes every.
Oh yeah, no, he varies the route.
Yeah.
That way to keep it more interesting.
But is there enough routes to do around
No, but
this
they-
area?
No, but they change locations all the time too.
Oh, so it's not just up the reservoir
No,
area?
no. This would be maybe. But the thing is this: we have the Monday, Thursday hash, so they have their rotation, and they have a few locations that they never do on a Saturday because we have either too big a group, right? So there'd be too many cars or whatever.
Yeah.
But see, there'll be. I think the last time we did this route, it was on the Saturday hash, our hash, right?
Uh-huh.
A lot of these guys also do overlap, particularly the old guys. But the newer ones, not so many are on the Saturday hash, right?
But the Saturday one's more the expats.
That's right.
Yeah.
But it's also more Indonesian than expat, by far, because we have so many people who come. You know, because Saturday people come with their kids and this and that, so we do a staggered short. Before.
So how's that advertised to the Indonesians?
We don't check. So we have a group that maybe has 230, 50 people on it, right?
Uh-huh.
And you know, if there's new people come in and they put them on, we have somebody who runs the group, they put them on. Indonesian lady who's married to an Italian. But she doesn't come that often,
Right.
but then she does periodically. I'll take a picture here. See, there's a nice view.
Oh, that is a beautiful view.
Move to your right just a bit here. You can see the goats in there.
Yeah. Wow.
John,
Yeah.
halo John.
Hello.
4 kilo, 5 kilo John.
Sudah 5 kilo.
5 kilo, oke.
So we've just finished, me and John. So that's the start and end place. We did our own route. Well, he did his own route. I just followed, and it worked out 5.5k. And we just chatted all the way. But down here is where the reservoir is. There is a tower that we can climb up and look at the reservoir as a whole. And it's just been a really fascinating little walk around, him telling me all about his life in Indonesia for the last 50 years. He's 80-year-old. And once I've seen the reservoir, as I said earlier on, it's a drinking club with a running problem. So we're going to the bar, which is good, but it just doesn't go with my routine of once a week. Oops. It's a nice little platform there. Oh, there's some boats. Right, I'm going to climb up this tower. And this is the view from the top of the tower. Wow. Now, I did ask John what was here before the reservoir. Was it a village? And he went, no, it was all paddy fields. And the farmers that owned the paddy fields were compensated for the loss of their lands. But fascinating, considering yesterday morning I asked a ticket girl at the train station where she thought would be interesting for me to go to, and she mentioned this city. It's just so random that now I'm being on a hash in the middle of a Indonesian jungle on top of a tower, thinking, well, that was fun. And I know that in about 3-4 months, 3-4 years, this place will still stick out in my mind as somewhere that's just been a random but beautiful place. So you can see behind me, we've not moved. The sun's going down. There's a beautiful sunset there, and basically what we did was we sat around over there with some beers, which is part of the culture of Hash. But it's time to head off down to the on bar and carry on the traditions of Hash. It's the end of the night, and it has been a really good day. So after we finished off in the Hash area, John took me to a place called Shiraz, which is further up the hills, and from here you can see the views of the city, and as you walk around it's just a beautiful bar. Thank you. Right, just going to go outside, thank you. Right. From there, we came back to the on bar, which is just round the corner from here, where I met John and Oliver last night for St. Wheat and some more beers. And I mean, this place is just really a nice place. It's very basic, but it's just got everything you need, as you can see. And this is my beer. But tomorrow I must leave, and it is a shame, because every now and again I want to stay places, but I would love to stay a bit longer. And obviously I want to say a big massive thank you to John for looking after me this afternoon and tonight, and introducing me to the side of Semarang that I would probably never have seen. So to you and your friends and the whole Hash team, it's been amazing. But I'm now back at the hotel, and if you've enjoyed this video, you know you've got to press that like button. If you want to subscribe and see where I go tomorrow, because I'm leaving at 7 o'clock, then press that subscribe button, press that bell in the corner. But until next time, I am tired. Bye bye for now.